Alright guys, so I'm gonna be telling y'all how I had my seventh baby, but y'all never, ever gonna believe what happened. Yes, it's 2 weeks later. The baby is 2 weeks. Her name is Nevaeh Samira LeGrand, and she was born 4/7, excuse me guys, 2022. And she was born on a Thursday morning. Okay, so this all started happening April 5th. So we was eating like some snacks or whatever, and when we was eating some snacks or whatever, like I just kept getting sick. It don't matter what I ate that day, I just kept getting sick. So I'm like, why do I keep getting sick? And you know, once you start getting sick, that could be a sign of you going into labor. But I didn't, I wasn't thinking about that or whatever. And it just kept happening. But then down the line, like when like that night, I started getting like Braxton Hicks. So I'm just thinking that it's Braxton Hicks because it's really light. So when it was really light, I'm like, all right, so it could be Braxton Hicks. But then y'all, they was telling me that I was only 38 weeks. But they had my first due date was April 12th, which is I would have been 39 weeks. Then they told me my due date was April 18th. So, they really don't know. So they just was estimating. But I knew in my body, I'm like, well, no, I'm going to have this baby before Sunday. By Sunday, I was telling people, oh, I'm going to have this baby by Sunday. Because I just kept feeling my body like, getting there. So then like the next day, like I was just having like little tiny cramps. It wasn't like I was having big cramps or nothing. So this is 4/6. So I was having cramps or whatnot on 4/6. And then after I was having cramps, it just was like little cramps. Like I just was like not even thinking about the cramps. Like for real, because it was like really tiny, like Braxton Hicks. It wasn't like, yeah, I'm a little sick, y'all. I'm getting a little sick. Anyway, I wasn't even thinking about the cramps. That's how small and like not thinking about it was. Well, not you, right? So then after that, after I was having the small cramps, so that night on 4/6, like I just kept going to the bathroom. Like I was going to the bed. I went to the bathroom like 22 to 25 times that night. And I'm like, why am I going to the bathroom so much? Like, I mean, I was going to the bathroom profusely. Like, the bathroom thing was really out of control that night. So I was just having little cramps or whatever. But something told me I should have got up and I should have went to my mom's house so I could take the kids to my mom's house. Because these cramps was, getting up there. But it wasn't like painful cramps. So, going into 4/7, so that whole night. So then I got up at 7:30 because I was waking my daughter up so she can get ready for school. So I laid back down and the cramps just kept coming, but it wasn't like pain. No pain at all. It was just like little cramps. Like, alright, it's little cramps. Alright, there's nothing. So I calls my best friend. Alright, guys, this is the part. So I have 4 best friends in the world. Like, I don't deal with nobody else. I got 4 best friends and my 7 kids. And you know they dead. That's the only people I deal with in the world. You know, my family, but you know, my 4 best friends. Like, I love them to death. Lika, Nikita, Shatia, and Mo. So all 4 of these people are always there for me, no matter what. My best friends. My circle is really small, guys. So I'm on the phone with one of my best friends. So I'm on the phone with Shatia. So I'm like, guys, and my water has never broken. Never has broken. Never has broken. So this was different for me. So I'm sitting on the bed and I'm talking to my best friend on the phone. So I'm like, best friend, I'm wet. She like, what you mean you wet? I'm like, I'm wet. Like, I'm sitting in a pool of water. Like a puddle of water or whatnot. Y'all might hear Naya upstairs. I don't know. She all forever crying over something. Anyway. So I'm like, I'm wet or whatnot. And then she like, let me see. So I showed her it. And she like, girl, you're waterproof. So I'm just sitting there. She's screaming at me. She like, Dominique, if you don't get up and get them kids dressed. So I sit there 15 more minutes. She's still yelling at me. So then those 15 minutes go by. So I tell her I'm going to call her back because I get the kids ready. So I goes and I start waking up everybody. The first person I wake up is Nia. Nia just looking around at me like, oh my God, here we go. So then Nigel was already up. So I didn't need to wake her up. Then I went back there and I woke Namir up. And I think he just was, I want to woke Nizzy up. So I'm like, I think that's, he had just went to sleep. Because he don't go to sleep until the morning time. So anyway, after that, I'm just walking back and forth. So I'm getting ready. Guys, I got on a white pair of pants and my blue hoodie. So I calls my best friend, Mo. So I'm like, Mo, I think it's time. She like, what's up? I'm like, I think it's time. She like, what you mean I think it's time? I said, I think it's time for us to go to the hospital. So she getting my nephew ready because he already was sick the night before. So I called her Uber to bring the Uber here. But I couldn't interact the Uber to make a next stop in the same Uber she had because I was having contractions. Now the contractions are starting to come a little more and a little closer. But there still wasn't bad contractions. So I called another Uber. And when it took like 5 minutes for that Uber to come. So now the pains are getting a little more. But then we get in an Uber, it's not pain anymore. It's like the heartburn is getting out of control. It's not even the pain anymore. So I'm holding on to the top of the chair in the front. But she tells the Uber driver, oh, well, you have to put some pressure on it because because she's having contractions. She's going to have a baby in a minute, right? So who goes and takes 76 at 9 a.m. in the morning? And y'all know I'm having contractions. So we're in the Uber and she rubbing my back or whatever. And we sorry that we did not film any of this. We know that we did bad. But I will put a small clip at the end of the video that we caught when I had the baby. Alright, so we were on the highway or whatnot, and he's on 76 at 9:30 a.m. So she rubbing my back. So it's 9:55 when we're getting off the highway. So I'm like, I feel the baby coming. Like, it's a big pain. Just one big pain. I'm like, I feel the baby coming. I feel the baby coming. So, when I turned around, all I felt was the baby in my pants. All I felt was something slimy. I did not have to push or anything. The baby just slid right out, and we were in the Uber. And remind y'all, I had on some white pants, y'all. So, and we were 2 blocks from the emergency room. So we was 2 blocks from Jefferson. We was getting right off the highway at Chestnut Street. So, I end up having her in a Uber. Like, if y'all got any questions, y'all can, put them down in the box or whatever, comment box. Y'all can DM me on Instagram if there's anything that y'all want to know about how that even happened, or what that felt like, because I literally did not feel anything. And yes, I do have on a waist trainer, y'all. So she did come out. All I heard was her crying. She was in my pants. Like, I had to pull my pants down and get her out. And I'm like, I'm just looking around. I'm crying because I had just had my baby inside a Uber. Like, I wasn't crying because of anything else. I'm just was crying because I'm literally like emotional now because I had a baby inside of a Uber. Like, this has never happened. But my last baby I almost had in my car. So, with Nala. So I did almost have my baby, because when I made it to the hospital, I was 9.5 centimeters. So, but this was a different experience. First of all, this was somebody else's car. And second of all, like, what? Like, in an Uber? Like, then when we get to the hospital, this lady my best friend runs into the emergency room and say, oh, my best friend just had a baby in the Uber. The nurse going to say, oh, let me run out here and see if it's really a baby in this Uber. Like, my best friend was lying or something. Like, I did not like that. But when I got to the back, they said that I had lost a lot of blood, but I was eventually fine. Like, I did pass out for a minute. They said I passed out, and I was dehydrated, and yes, I could have died because I have lost a lot of blood. I was hemorrhaging really bad, they said. And yes, I had to get 2 pints of blood, guys. So I could have really died if we weren't that close to the hospital. We literally were 2 blocks from the hospital. But if y'all got any questions or concerns or anything, if y'all want to know anything about the baby came out 6 pounds 8 ounces. She was 19 inches long. She's perfect. She's perfect. Like, she's perfect. Like, all of us to my children are. Like, we're so in love with her. Nevaeh, like, so in love with her. Yeah, like, if it's anything that anybody wants to know about this delivery or any one of my deliveries with my babies, y'all can ask. I could tell a story time on what happened. Yeah, I I don't know. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please, guys. Please. I need y'all to like it up. I need y'all to subscribe. I need y'all to comment down below. I need y'all to do all of that. I need y'all to, y'all need to get it up there. Like, alright, guys. Peace.
Ryan,
Yeah.
let's go.
He needs like $100 tip. Well,
I'm gonna run in and get them to come out. I need to get them to come out. My friend just had a baby in the Uber.
She just had a baby in the Uber?
Yes.
Oh, good.
You literally. Alright, they're getting people for you. You're late. Come around and help you.
no, I'm going to. I want y'all to.